Sorry, yeah. Apart from the penalties you conceded, what did you think about the match against Naples?
Well, I think we gave, until the red card, I think we gave Napoli a really tough game. I think we were well organized. We were good in the game. Players were giving everything to try to get a good result. We created chances to open the score. I think it was a nice battle to see, Napoli against Rangers. But of course, in the end, with the sending off, you knew it's going to be difficult. I think Allen saved us 2 times with the penalties, which was fantastic. But the first goal we conceded, it made me change the way we were playing, because we need to attack, and you're going to give more space. So. In the end, I think the 3-0 defeat didn't reflect the difference in quality today and how the game went on.
So Napoli played a very, very good game here, but it's more about how do you think this is going to make you going forward? Is this a game that you can learn from in the group for going forward?
Well, of course, it's a game we learn every game we play in Champions League. If you see the comparison, my team, the first game against Ajax and today, I think we played so much better, with so much intensity, so much character, like we showed last week, and I think we learned from the game last week, because the level and the speed of thinking, the speed of playing needs to get up, and I think we equaled that today. With 11 against 11, but the quality Napoli has with 1 extra, then it's very difficult for us. We wanted to stay in the game for longer, maybe keep the 0 longer, but the first goal made us change the personnel to try and find the goal that gave us the point maybe, but in the end we conceded 2 more goals, and I think the reflection in the score wasn't the difference in quality on the pitch, but in Champions League, when you play with 10 men, you have to always end with 11 in Europe, because otherwise it's a very difficult task.
What was your take on the penalty award, the retake, and then what the referee said afterwards? Because I saw you went on the pitch to speak to him at the end.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's we have VAR, so everything is being checked, and Allen saved the first penalty, and if the penalty is not, if you go early in the box, it's always a retake, so that's why they were allowed to give another a penalty, and he saved it again. The second one, I don't know, was very short, but we conceded some penalties in Europe this season already. But VAR decides. Of course, I'm against the penalties, but I also have to accept the decisions of VAR.
Roman.
Do you think James Hans he clearly felt he got the ball?
On me?
James Hans clearly felt he got the ball for the penalty.
I haven't seen it back, so it's for me. It's I haven't seen the tackle back, but You can accept the decision of VAR, because they're never going to overturn it. So, as I said before, VAR is there to help the referee and to help him to make the right decisions. So, and once the decision is made by VAR, we cannot say anything.
Gian.
Do you talk about the goals you've conceded this evening? I think it's fair to say that the change of formation, you looked a lot more solid defensively, but still now you conceded 3 goals tonight, 11 now in the last 3 games. Do you feel there's positives to work on for tonight's performance, or do you still have quite serious concerns there defensively?
Well, of course you're always concerned when you concede so many goals, but every defeat is a defeat. In the manner the defeat happened today was clearly different than the first 2 defeats, but. In the end, it's still a defeat. We cannot accept the 3 defeats in a row. I know it's against big opponents in two games in Champions League and 1 against Celtic, but we worked so hard, and the players worked so hard and performed so well to be in this tournament. But I think we learned from last week the way we played today, much more controlled, as you said, much more solid, and that's the only way to go forward now. And we have to prepare now for a big game on Saturday, because we have to go back to winning ways.
Giovanni, can you just get a word on Alan McGregor? He's obviously had to be patient for his chance this season, but pulled off some big saves tonight.
Well, he did. I mean, the first two penalties, he was excellent. I think before that he already had some changes, and we know how he will play, Alan. And of course, it's a disappointment for him to not start the season. But I told him to be ready when we need him, and he's definitely ready to play as he's shown today.
David.
Giovanni, you started with 3 centre-backs this evening and then brought on Leon King. Could you tell us what the situation is with Ben Davies?
Ben Davies? Why do we have to talk about Ben Davies?
He doesn't seem to be featuring in the side at the moment.
No, because he's been injured. He's just back in training, and I put players in who I think will be ready to play, and that's why I put Leon in first. Because I think he's developing really well. He played really well second half against Ajax, and that's why I put him in, and that's why Ben didn't start.
Stevie.
Giovanni, excuse me, sorry, just to further add a wee bit more on the recruitment from the summer, 7 summer signings, not one started tonight. Do you have an issue with the players you've brought in, or is it just a matter of they still aren't up to speed, fitness-wise, performance-wise? Can you clarify?
Well, I always pick the team who I think will win the game. I'm not going to pick 11 players and say, okay, I put 3 new signings in and 4 players who already been here for 10 years. It doesn't work like that. I have 2 eyes. I can see how the performances are. I can see how they train. And eventually, I don't look at new signings or players who are already here for longer years. I just pick the best 11 for the game today, and I think the starting 11 played really well.
Hi Gio. Alfredo Morelos came back into the side tonight. Thought he made a real difference to the team. What was your take on his performance, and has he proven something to you tonight with the way he performed at this level?
Well, I said before already, I was very positive weeks for him. Clearly you see he's working hard, and I think the first start for him in a couple of weeks, but. He's done well. He was very dangerous. Could have scored already in the first minute. We know what he will bring to the team. So I think in this game we needed him to be, to be the target man, to hold the ball. I think first half he played really well. I think he should have got some free kicks in favor of him. With the physical battles he had to take with the central defenders. But he's clearly he's on another level than he was a couple of weeks ago, a couple of months ago. So, we still have Antonio as well, who's performing. So, especially up front, the number 9 position, I think we have 2 players there who can give me what I want.